Hello, how's it going? So thought I'd do the Arrow announcements, just an chilled one. I've already had a look myself when they announced them on X, and yeah, I thought I'd do one of these videos as I do kind of every month now. Seems to be like a monthly thing with me when Arrow do their latest announcements. I come on here and talk about them a little bit. So obviously, here's some of them. I'll go into detail a little bit more with looking at them. A couple of interesting ones. The main ones that are of interest to me. I knew about in advance. I mean, we've all probably heard of The Mask getting its 4K, and that's obviously been announced. And of course, there's also Wes Craven's Deadly Friend, which is an okay Wes Craven film. It's pretty good. I like Deadly Friend. I won't be getting the Arrow edition because I bought the Scream Factory slipcover release a few years back, and I think that actually has better artwork to what Arrow have revealed. I mean, the Arrow edition looks quite nice. It's just I thought the Scream Factory had better artwork. So I'm going to try and here's some other ones. We've got like The Apartment on 4K. Don't know anything about that film. Last Starfighter 4K in the UK. Red Planet, and so on. So a film called Outland. Never heard of that one. After I've looked at the Arrow stuff, I will add a little bit on, and we'll look at some other releases because apparently Reservoir Dogs, well, it's now finally getting a UK 4K release, so we're finally getting Reservoir Dogs on 4K over here, a couple of years after everywhere else. But still, we're getting it, which is a good thing, because I've not upgraded Reservoir Dogs to 4K yet. But where should we start? They've not got them all here, have they? Can't they just make this a little easier? Let's have a look. Coming soon. So here's all the latest. Obviously Ninja Turtles is coming out as well. The original trilogy, that's in December. I've already covered that. But yeah, Deadly Friend's an interesting one. So we'll start there. Wes Craven's Deadly Friend. I forget what year it's from. Is it like 85, 86 or something? Don't know if it tells you on here. Yeah, 1986. Good guess. So this is kind of like it's not exactly obscure, but it's a sort of little bit of a lesser heard of Wes Craven film. I mean, if you're into your Wes Craven movies and stuff, you will have heard of Deadly Friend. I liked it. I thought it was good. Looks like a nice release from Arrow. I have the Region A Scream Factory, so I'll stick with that. I like that artwork on the inner sleeve. And then they've got that one as well, which looks to be original. I believe that's on the slipcover. I love that new inner sleeve artwork underneath. Obviously, you get a book with it as well. It's a limited edition, £18, which isn't a bad price. I mean, with studio releases, when they come out, they're like $14.99. So to pay like £3 more and get a decent like boutique label release from Arrow, where you'll actually get a lot more special features and extras and a booklet on the film as well, is a pretty good price. It's well worth your £3 for a decent slipcover and tons of extras. And compared to like if the studio released it and charged you like £15, the £3 to get like an Arrow release is well worth it. Yeah, cool to see Deadly Friend making its debut on Blu-ray in the UK. I'm sure there's like a DVD out there or something, but I've got the Scream Factory, so I'm going to stick with that. I won't be double dipping. I mean, if it was a 4K, if this was a 4K, which it will inevitably get eventually, I would have grabbed it, but just because I have the Scream Factory, and I actually prefer the Scream Factory artwork. I think the Scream Factory did a cooler job with, it's even got the robot on it. This film involves a really funny scene, like with a robot, an old granny in a basketball. I'll say no more. So you got your limited edition contents. It's high definition 1080p Blu-ray presentation. There's the audio specs. You've got an archival interview with the composer Charles Bernstein, Samantha's Symphony. You've got another archival interview with the special makeup effects artist. Brand new visual essay by film critic B. Colangelo. March of the Pigs, a brand new visual essay by film critic Alexandra Helen Nicholas. trailers and TV spots, image gallery, reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork, blah blah blah, illustrated collector's booklet featuring new writing by author and critic Guy Adams. Not too sure who that is, but I'm sure it's an interesting read. So with the Scream Factory release, obviously it was a decent release, but you didn't get a booklet. With Arrow you do get a booklet, and it's nice to, like I say, it's nice to see it finally getting a release in the UK, because this one's not been on Blu-ray before. Someone needs to do Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead. That's never even had a Blu-ray release over here. Regardless, main language English. It's region B, because obviously Scream Factory will probably do a 4K over in the US soon, which I might grab. I do like Deadly Friend. It's not one of Wes Craven's like sort of top tier movies, but it's a good like kind of, you know, middle of the road kind of Wes Craven film. I'm a big fan of Wes Craven, probably my favourite director, to be fair, if I'm looking at overall filmographies, but that's arguable even with myself. But yeah, Deadly Friend getting a release, and that one is released on the 17th of November this year, as this is November announcements. We'll get to The Mask. That's the big one. We have this one, Red Planet, that was announced today. Not too sure about this film. When's it even from? So this is Red Planet, 4K UHD. It stars Val Kilmer, who recently passed away months ago, didn't he? And some other actors who I've never heard of. Val Kilmer and Carrie-Anne Moss headline the sci-fi adventure Red Planet, an exciting glimpse into a future where humankind's last hope for survival rests on escaping the bounds of Earth and colonising the cosmos. It's a 4K. Got your 4K information there in your audio. I must say, looking at these, looking at the features, especially on Deadly Friend, I didn't mention there looks to be some good features on Deadly Friend, but for Arrow they seem a little bit like the script on that one. I mean, I don't know if it was hard to get a lot of you know, special feature supplemental material for Deadly Friend, but they do look a little bit thin on the ground. So does this one, to be fair, for an Arrow release. I mean they may add more. Maybe this is just the information they're putting out now, but Arrow are pretty detailed with their up and coming releases, so I assume this is all they're doing. Seems a little bit thin on the ground for an Arrow release. I mean, you get the booklet, obviously, reversible sleeve, theatrical trailer, deleted scenes. Always cool to have some deleted scenes, but you've got brand new visual retrospective with film critic Heath Holland. And the rest of it, it's a certificate 12, theatrical release 2000. I've heard of this one. I don't know if I've ever seen it. Even stars Terrence Stamp, who I believe played General Zod in one of the old Superman movies, which I haven't seen all of those. And he passed away a couple of weeks ago, didn't he, as well? That guy, that actor. So, yeah, maybe. This won't be a pre-order for me, but it's possibly one that I would consider in a sale for certain. Is this a November release? Yeah, so they're doing The Last Starfighter on 4K, certificate 12. Tagline, the adventure of a lifetime is about to begin. £25. They're doing a Blu-ray. I think the Blu-ray's already out, actually. They're doing a new Blu-ray, though, by the looks of it. I think this might have had a Region A release, and we're getting our release now on 4K and Blu-ray. But this one's out on the 24th of November this year, 2025. Greetings, Starfighter. You have been recruited by Arrow Video to experience the 1984 sci-fi classic as you've never experienced it before. Directed by Nick Castle, the man behind Michael Myers. Of course, he played Michael Myers in the original film, in the original Halloween, should I say, and an arcade game whiz kid whose wildest dreams come true when he finds himself enlisted to fight an interstellar war. Sounds quite interesting, to be fair. Now restored from a 4K scan of the original camera negative. The Last Starfighter arrives loaded with exclusive and archival bonus features. Strap yourself in. The Ultra HD adventure of a lifetime is about to begin. They made a rhyme. They made a little rhyme. Yeah, could be interesting, this one. Again, probably it would be like a sale pickup Blu-ray. I don't know if I particularly need this one in 4K. Not too sure, but I mean, there's a couple of releases, like, Deadly Friend, like I said, I will stick with my Scream Factory, but I'm really glad that's getting a release over here. And obviously The Mask, The Apartment, this one's getting a 4K, some sort of classic movie. I bet this is like a 60s film or something. Let's have a look. Good guess, 1960. I didn't know that as well. 120 minutes in length, duration. Starring Billy Wilder, directed by Billy Wilder. Excuse my mistake. Certificate PG, starring Jack Lemmon, Shirley MacLaine, and Fred McMurray. Yeah, bit more. This one looks to have some more special features. There's a bit more listed here. Know enough about this film. Following its success of their collaboration, Some Like It Hot. I don't know if I've seen that film. I've heard of it. Is it Marilyn Monroe or somebody in that? I'm just reading it, guys, so I get a feel of what it's about. Winner of 5 Academy Awards. The Apartment features a wealth of Hollywood's finest talent on both sides of the camera at the top of their game. By turns, cynical, heartwarming, and hilarious. Wilder's masterpiece now shines like never before in stunning 4K. I'm always interested in what Arrow do. Something like this, I'd maybe pick up a Blu-ray in a sale, but not too bothered about 4K. This one's out on the 24th of November. It's such a shame. If Arrow would have done Deadly Friend in 4K, I'd be on it. I do need to order The Mask as well. I am going to order that. I'll get to that in a moment. So another one is Speak No Evil. This is a Shudder movie that I think I have seen. Is it foreign, maybe, from somewhere? No, it's an English-speaking film, but yes, it's got main language, English, Dutch, and Danish. I may have seen this, I'm not too sure. Let's read the synopsis and then I'll get to the other information. Debuting at the 2022 Sundance Film Festival, Christian Taftrup's Speak No Evil, co-written and his brother Mads, is a shocking psychological horror film which stunned audiences and critics alike, leading to a Best International Film win at the Fangoria Chainsaw Awards and a 2024 Hollywood remake starring James McAvoy. It did, didn't it? Yeah, I thought I'd seen the title somewhere. It's on Amazon Prime, isn't it? The new one with James McAvoy. They must have, like they kind of did with The Ring years ago. There was a Japanese original, and then obviously the Americans thought they'd have a go at it as well. But yeah, I'll have to maybe. I think I might have seen this. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. I know it's on Shudder because Arrow are now actually got the licenses to release a lot of Shudder stuff. So that's quite interesting. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a sale pickup, but I do have Shudder, so I'm always a little bit hesitant unless it's a favourite of mine to pick up Shudder films. I did pick up stuff like Psycho Goreman, which is a Shudder exclusive, and I have actually ordered, which is on the way, and I'll do a review on it next week. That's is it? I forgot the bloody film's called now. Is it Deadstream? You know, the one, the goofy one. I have seen it before. It was on Shudder. It still is. They're releasing that on the Arrow next week, and it's actually on the way from HMV. So I'll do a review on that next week, guys. I have seen Deadstream before, but I'd love to do another. Watch it on the actual Blu-ray disc. I did pick that one up because I'm trying to pick up a load of like fan footage, kind of, and mockumentary films on Blu-ray and DVD for my collection at the moment. We have this one, Outland, Sean Connery. Don't know this one. This is a 4K. 3rd of November, this one's released. £25. Nice artwork, though. I do like that picture. That artwork's lovely. Don't know what this film is, really. I assume it's some sort of sci-fi movie. Writer-director Peter Hymas. Capricorn 1, The Relic, takes classic Western tropes off-world and into the future in sci-fi thriller Outland, starring Sean Connery as a federal marshal assigned to keep the peace on a distant moon. Chillingly prophetic depiction of corporate greed and exploitation with muscular direction from Hymas and a stellar performance from Connery. Outland arrives on 4K UHD in a brand new restoration that is out of this world. And this one's got, this one looks pretty good with the features and supplements as well. Yeah, I'm interested. I don't think it'll be a day one like purchase for me, when it's released, or a pre-order. But yeah, I'm very sort of interested in picking it up in a sale. It does sound good. I think I've heard someone mention this before, actually, but Arrow are doing Outland. And sorry, I'll just go back a sec. That one is from, if you would do your thing, please do it. Computer, bad computer, do as you're told. This one is 109 minutes runtime, 1981. So I'm interested in that one. That one does sound good. I don't think it'd be, a pre-order for me, but I love Wes Craven, guys, and I'm not even buying Deadly Friend from Arrow just because the Scream Factory edition serves me quite fine. Okay, on to the main event. I will be looking at some other pre-orders in this video, so please stick around after I've talked about the Arrow stuff, because I'll do a little look at that new Reservoir 4K apparently we're getting. The Mask, yeah, great classic. I think it's from, is it 95, The Mask, and 94? Really good old 90s, like Jim Carrey, kind of like family comedy film, based on the comic books, The Mask. not as violent as the graphic novels apparently, but it does look really cool, and it's a really fun. It does look like a cool release, should I say? And the mask is great. I actually have a sealed Blu-ray of this that I've never opened. Obviously, I've had it on DVD, and I had the video back in the day. I think at one stage I even had it recorded off the television. Yeah, the mask is great. There's so many fun moments. Of course, the hilarious moment where he's in the alleyway, and the thugs approach him, and he's doing the balloon tricks, where he's kind of making them all little toy animals out of balloons. There you go, there's a puppy dog, there's a what have you, a giraffe, an elephant, and of course a Tommy gun. That bit makes me laugh. Sorry about the stupid impression. But yeah, Tommy gun. But yeah, we're getting I didn't actually know it was from the director of A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and the Blob remake. That's cool. But yeah, I've seen The Mask many times. Big Jim Carrey fan when I was a kid. Loved the Ace Ventura, 2 Ace Ventura films, and Dumb and Dumber and The Mask. And Me, Myself and Irene was a good one as well. Hopefully more Jim Carrey films will get a 4K UHD. But looks like a stacked edition, with it being a limited edition box set. I'll talk about the artwork in a sec. 4K restoration of the film from the original camera negative by Arrow Films, so it's an Arrow video restoration, approved by director Chuck Russell. I have heard his name before. Obviously he's the director of A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, but I forgot that he did The Mask. 4K UHD Blu-ray presentation in Dolby Vision, HDR10 compatible. And then of course you've got a bunch of featurettes. This one's stacked as far as special features were concerned, but Deadly Friend looked a little bit thin on the ground, for an Arrow release, but still, whatever. Perhaps they don't have many featurettes and things to do on that film, that cover it. The edition looks really nice. It's got the kind of original look poster. I mean, my Blu-ray has different artwork to this. It's got kind of a blue cloudy background, I think, for the Blu-ray, but it's still sealed. I've never watched it on Blu-ray, just used to watch it on TV and things. The last time I watched The Mask was with my younger brother about 5 years ago. We watched it on Netflix. Great movie, hilarious. Love the whole concept about Stanley Ipkiss finding the mask and putting it on and turning into this crazy over the top sort of hero. It's really wacky and really fun. The limited edition looks really nice. I'm a little bit disappointed though about the artwork, not because this artwork's bad. I do like that this edition's available with the original sort of art on. What I'm disappointed in is the fact that they've not done with it being such a big release, and a big release from Arrow of a very well-known movie, that being The Mask, of course. I'm very disappointed that they've not done an Arrow variant, like they did even with Ninja Turtles. Although I ordered the original artwork for the Ninja Turtles box set, they at least did a new, they gave you an option, a choice. They had 2, which they normally do. I'm surprised they didn't do an Arrow store variant of this, because I'll be honest with you, this artwork's cool, but I would have really loved to have got a new kind of eye-popping, nicer artwork, perhaps a newly commissioned one as well as this one being released. I'd have liked Arrow to have done a newly commissioned option, a second option for their store exclusive, because I would have bought that. If they'd have done something perhaps a little bit more eye-catching and modern. But obviously they've gone with this one. It looks really nice regardless. I'm not bashing it or anything. It looks really good. I will be picking this one up. I'm going to go and order it in a bit. This one's out on the 10th of November. I can't wait to see this in 4K. Like I say, it's been about 5 years since I've seen The Mask. It's been a minute, but it's a great film. Comes with the usual limited edition contents, like the art cards and the perfect bound book, as well as the UHD disc. Reversible poster with that artwork on as well. It's also getting a limited edition Blu-ray, which is basically the same as the 4K set, apart from being £5 cheaper, and of course the Blu-ray format. So yeah, can't wait for The Mask. So some interesting releases. I think Deadly Friend and The Mask are the best ones they're doing. That Outland looks really good. Deadly Friend I'm not going to get from Arrow because I'm happy with the Screen Factory. It'll be the same transfer as well. Had that been a 4K, like I said earlier, I would have got. So there you go, there's your Arrow announcements. Let's have a look at Zavi for a sec. So what do we have here? So I'm going to try and find this, because apparently Reservoir Dogs is finally getting a 4K in the UK. I mean, it'll be the same 4K they've had everywhere else, but we're finally getting it, which is good. Let's have a look. I don't know if it's been up for pre-order yet. I saw Dawn of the Discs announce it. There's The Mask. There's that Speak No Evil, the James McAvoy one. Fright Night 4K coming out in September. I'm not going to cover everything at the end of this video too much, guys, because I'm going to do another screen record where I talk about September releases. So I'll be doing that within the next couple of weeks, or next week, I should say. Doesn't look like they put Reservoir Dogs up yet. I know Dawn of the Disc sort of broke it earlier that we're getting a UK release on 4K. I'll type it in regardless. How do you spell it again? Even if I misspell it slightly, it'll come up. I think I did misspell it slightly. Yes, excuse my spelling. It's been a while since I was at school. I do try with it though, but oh yeah, here it is. So we're getting a steelbook. I don't know why they can't put the stand, like with the Tarantino films, when they released with the other Tarantinos, when they released Jackie Brown and the Kill Bill films, they have to put the steelbook, expensive steelbooks out first. Why can't they do it on the same day? Just give us an option, so we've got steelbooks and standards. I'm not too bothered about Reservoir Dogs steelbook. Reservoir Dogs is a fantastic movie. I'm just not too bothered about the £30 steelbook. I'd be more than happy to pick this one up just on standard 4K for like between 15 and 20 would suit me. I would pay 20 for it because that's what the standard will be when it's released. So yeah, it looks like a nice steelbook though. I think they've had this in most regions. I know there's a US release on 4K of Reservoir Dogs, which is the same artwork, but I think we did get a steelbook over here, actually, maybe. Am I wrong? Yeah, we did get a steelbook, didn't we? Sorry, Reservoir Dogs has already had a 4K steelbook over here, because it had that one with the slip-on, didn't it, with the gouged ear or something. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, Reservoir Dogs getting a new 4K steelbook over here, which is cool, on the 20th of October. I did forget about that other release, actually. So much stuff coming out, man. It's hard to keep up, but yeah, I can't wait to order the mask. As soon as I finish this video, guys, I'm off to order the mask. Somebody stop me. Yeah, certain smoking. Party time. Enough with that, but still, yeah, can't wait for the mask. Yeah, some interesting stuff there. Now, that's the end of the video. It did keep recording, didn't it? Well, I've gone on 20 minutes, so I'll be back with another video soon. Thank you for tuning in, and let me know what you think of these November 2025 Arrow announcements. Thanks. See you on the next one. Take care. Bye.